Hey, how's it going, folks? Brian Blessing in Las Vegas. Always thrilled to be with you here at bangthebook.com. And we're going to talk golf here. And we do that with Adam Burke on Tuesdays. Listen to the Sports Betting Podcast. It's always terrific information. This is a weird week in the world of golf. I mean, you know me, I go nuts playing the golf. Think there are massive opportunities. I just not a big fan of this week's PGA Tour stop. La Quinta, the American Express Championship. We'll get into that in a moment. I think there are better opportunities on the European Tour this week. It's the HSBC Abu Dhabi Classic, and this is a real full field event over in the European Tour with guys coming off the shelf starting their European Tour campaign. Tommy Fleetwood and Patrick Cantley, co-favorites at 9-1. Brooks Koepka makes his return from a knee injury at 11-1. Louis Oosthuizen played really good in South Africa. He's on the board at 14-1. Bryson DeChambeau's there as well at 18-1. I think there are some price plays you can take a swing at because I do believe these guys coming off the shelf, somebody could really step up to the plate in a big way, having been working on their game. I know Martin Keimer at 45, 50-1. This is a guy that always plays well over in Abu Dhabi. Is a guy you could take a long, hard look at, and a guy that last year was in the 30, 40-1 range, and it was a subpar year for him. But he had 3 European Tour wins the year before, and I've just got to go on the leap of faith that he's been working on his game is Matt Wallace at 55-1. I do believe this is a guy that is capable of winning every time he tees it up, especially over on the European Tour. So I would take a look at Matt Wallace. He and Keimer are the two guys I'll step up to the plate with, but I'm really treading lightly this weekend. Again, this event at La Quinta, it's one of these putting tournaments. It's a glorified clown's nose kind of thing. I mean, 25, 26, 27 under par is going to be the winning score. They play on different courses. Ricky Fowler's 11-1. Sung Jae Im is 16-1. Im's got to win at some point. But this is a wide open event where somebody gets hot with a flat stick and they can light it up. And it's the first part of the California swing, which is good. I think the opportunities really present themselves. But I got to be dead honest with you. Of all the PGA Tour stops all year long, this is my least favorite event because virtually anybody can win. So I will stick my toe in the water and then maybe jump in on the weekend after seeing a couple of rounds. But I'll take a shot with some real long shots. I think a guy like Kevin Streelman, in the 120-1 range, you could take a look at a guy like this. And Taylor Gooch is 110-1. He's a guy that's in pretty good form. I think he's going to win this year on the PGA Tour. Why not this week? Because anybody can win. But again, I think you tread lightly with an event like this. You take a swing for the fences with a grenade price. Hope you get lucky, and then watch the first couple of rounds, and then reload on the weekend where you get some stud player 4 shots off the pace on a Saturday. Like last week, Kevin Kisner was 40-1 on Saturday, shot himself into the final pair grouping. It was actually they went off in threes, and then he just had a bad final round, and it was Cameron Smith that got the win. But I think there are home run prices in play, but I think this week tread lightly because I think you're throwing darts on the PGA Tour. And maybe more true to form this week will be the European Tour event over in Abu Dhabi. Always listen to the Sports Betting Podcast with Adam Burke. Follow me on Twitter at Brian Blessing, and we always invite you to check it out here and follow along at bangthebook.com.